Everybody, what's up? Welcome. We're blasting off. Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this side of the internet, episode number 21. Can you believe it, folks? Yay! That's what my favorite part of the night is, really. I don't care how many fruitful conversations we have with the live chat, how much content we cover. When the kids go yay inside of the opening track, my day just gets better. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this side of the internet. I am Steven Ignoramus on Let's Be Frank's channel. Well, they're both Let's Be Frank's channels, but the Left Can't Meme as well as Let's Be Frank. Replays go solely to the Left Can't Meme as well to my as my podcast platforms. Can't really talk right now because I'm looking at screens. I'm doing all kinds of things, trying to bring you guys a fantastic show. Hope all is well. Sorry about last week, by the way. I mean, I tried to play that town hall with my local congressperson. It wasn't loud enough. And I did remix the thing, so I can do it at some point, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. Hope all is well. Got some people over there in the live chat. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for asking. Hello. We're talking gay stuff tonight. It's Pride Month. Not too happy about that, but we are fighting back in this battle, guys. We're talking about this Dallas drag show. Pretty rough stuff. Talking about Matt Walsh's movie, What is a Woman? I've not seen it yet. The pride flags all over corporate America and things like that. So we'll get to into that in a second. Let's say hi to the people in the live chat. You know that scripture from Romans, God gave them over to a reprobate or a debased mind. The opposite of based, I guess, is debased, you know. So sometimes I cover this content over on my show, The Daily Ignoramus, but we're taking a little break from that. I don't want to black pill too many people. But yeah, we're getting into it tonight, folks. We're solving the problems of the world. Hello, everybody in the live chat. Hey, yay. Mary in the building. Life to the max. Ocean breeds. Ting ting. Hello. Yay. Everyone's saying yay. I love it. Hello, Johnny. Hi, everybody. Got some good people in the house. Oh, let's go, Brandon. I agree. That's right, folks. That's right. This show is 9 p.m. Every Sunday. Feeling the time, you know. I mean, I was gonna change it, but I got a lot of other things going on. And the truth is that Sunday night at this time is about the only time I have every week. I go to small group at 5, get back around 7:30. Just hopped out of the sauna. It's weird. I feel like my skin is glistening, you know? So I turned on the lights a second ago. It took me a second to get the lighting right. I looked, turned on the light, and my whole face was like yellow. So it's like, am I still white? I'm rocking, of course, the White Boy Summer t-shirt, of course. So hope you guys are well. Remember, just for one more reminder, it goes, this replay gets deleted on Let's Be Frank's channel, and it uploads only to the Left Can Meme, and also you can catch it in audio form on my podcast. Call Me Ignorant. Also, I'm on Frank's show, so I do this stream from 9 to 10:30 on Sundays, and then I now do Frank's prayer stream on Mondays. So if you guys are fans of the prayer stream, you'll see me tomorrow at 9 a.m. It's a good time. I believe that. Yeah, I'm the new orange man. Stephen Ignoramus, great man, vastly misunderstood. It is White Boy Summer. It's eternal White Boy Summer. You guys excited for July, White History Month? Because July just feels white. Only the real ones put the HU before the white. 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 The biggest problem in America is white supremacy. Yeah, in that word is cooler. Like, white is a better word than white. I can't even say it correct. Well, I guess correct would be white. Yes, and we did talk about grammar last week. We did have a great battle over the ellipses, the dots, and the all caps. We did battle, and I emerged victorious as always. As always. That's right. All right, let's get into it, guys. Yeah, jibber jabbering too much. I don't want to do that one. I'm going to do that one. I like being on the side. Yeah, the rainbow flag. It's funny you say that, Cheryl. Yeah, so Cheryl says, I blocked a follower on Facebook. She had the rainbow flag on her story wall, something about homophobics. I told her I cannot allow haters on my walls and on my walk, and blocked her. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't really associate with anyone that's got the pride thing going on, but let's cover it. New flag. So this over in Europe. It says, if you support Ukraine, you are literally gay. I'm going to try to keep it as genteel as possible. Not gentile, but genteel. In this one, try not to use it. Well, I won't use any slurs, but I'll try to keep things specific and not get too graphic. But new flag just dropped. European capital adds Ukrainian colors to pride. Of course, it's all the same people. It's a war of attrition. That's right, Katie said. That's right. So, yeah. So Vincent James says, if you support Ukraine, you're literally gay. I tend to agree. So, yeah, they do this thing where all the companies do the gay pride stuff, but never in the Middle East. Royal Dutch Airlines, they do it differently over there in Europe, man. We can't let it get like that. Ugh. And the normalization of sexual innuendos. It's just disgusting. Let me show you this thing from Burger King, dude. I mean, they should be ashamed of themselves. Ooh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Burger King's Pride Whoppers come with 2 tops or 2 bottoms. That is just disgusting, dude. And, they have Happy Meals and stuff there. The thing we're going to end with today is the worst thing, which is the drag queen story hour for kids thing in Dallas or whatever. People that don't think it's going in the children direction, it's like, what is the going part? It is there. It is full on there right now. It's like, oh, who am I to judge? Who am I to say what 2 consenting adults do in their own? Like, me. I am that guy to judge. Me. We all should be that one to judge. I don't care what people do. I do. I literally care. I'm done with anything libertarian on this at all. I care. I don't want to tell people what to do, but I will tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. That's all. And you can now. I'm not in office. But if I were, I would literally make you do. I would make you do something. But telling someone what to do, they can just not do it. Okay, but I'm going to apply social pressure to them, and they are going to have to make a decision to not associate with me, block me, do something. Every single one of these qualifiers that starts a sentence, who am I? It's like, you guys have heard all of them. Every libertarian way of speaking about this stuff, I'm just done, dude. 9. Out. Out. Let's see if any woke companies have changed their logos to rainbows in the Middle East. Of course they haven't. Yeah, dude. This is every year. It's Bethesda does it every year. BMW, yeah. These might be from last year. I do feel like maybe it's just I'm in more of a Christian circle or whatever, but I've seen a lot less of the pride stuff, to be honest, which is awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Coca-Cola Middle East, that's hilarious, dude. That is hilarious. So in a way, it's about money, but it's really not all about money. Like, I also am not in the camp of it's all about money. No, it's not. This part is a little bit, but it's about ideology, power, and money. These things work hand in hand. Like, everyman Jack. I mean, these are what that is a so-called, masculine company or whatever. I've seen that they do like the bro wipes, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Groom with pride. Everyman Jack. Pride is a time to celebrate the LGBTQAI plus literally means pedophile community and continue the push for a world filled with equality, freedom, justice, and inclusivity. I literally only want justice now. I'm so red-pilled now. I don't even care about freedom anymore, dude. Equality, freedom, justice, inclusivity, only justice, righteous justice. Sorry to even say these words, but I mean, they are the actual words. Canada celebrates Vulva and Vagina Day without mentioning who owns them. What is a woman? We're talking about that one next. Just like anything else, the story is not the main. What they're talking about is not the main story.
Member for Oakville North.
Like that what is a woman thing was laughable.
Burlington.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Vaginas and vulvas are a source of strength.
Speaking like this, imagine speaking like this.
Empowerment and pleasure. Yet throughout our lives, we've been taught that the terms vulva and vagina do not have a place in polite conversation. That's one more way that the bodies of over half the world's population are stigmatized, sexualized, and objectified.
Was that me?
With the recent news in the
No, that was literally the person. That was the person recording this.
United States regarding Roe versus Wade, conversations about sexual and reproductive health are more important than ever, and it starts here on Parliament Hill. We need to reclaim space in health.
See, listen for these words: reclaim space, women's health care. They all just speak the same.
And it starts here on Parliament
Reclaim
Hill.
Space.
We need to reclaim space in health, research.
Look at this ghoul, by the way.
Politics, policy making.
Look at when she looks at the camera. Look at that. Sunken ghoul. Sunken zombie ghoul.
Health, research, politics, policy making at the doctor's office to celebrate the power of vulvas and vaginas. It's 2022, and we shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed to talk about our bodies. Join me.
You shouldn't talk. Polite conversation has no room for any of
the
this.
MPs.
It's not about polite. It's just about correct society.
Winnipeg Centre, Saanich Gulf Islands, Shefford, Senator McFedrin, and Action Canada as we jointly host a celebration on May 31st to reclaim the conversation and celebrate vulvas and vaginas as powerful and important.
This is a ghoul. That in my society, I mean, that's why they burnt witches at the stake, dude. I'm not even calling for that. I'm just saying that is a witch, dude. This is black magic right here. Look at this end with this Tim Curry looking smile, this Pennywise the Clown looking ghoul zombie. They all float. Come here, kid. They all float.
To reclaim the conversation.
Look at the way she
and celebrate.
Look at this fake smile,
and
Yeah, it's Pennywise the Clown,
celebrate
dude.
vulvas and vaginas as powerful and important.
Yeah, that's so fun. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, we need to scale it back. We need to go full like pendulum swing. So yeah, it's like I'm not surprised by any of this anymore. Maybe I was in 2020, even 2021. I guess I don't know. But it's time to fight, dude. And I'm sorry to show you this, guys, but this is our commander-in-chief. When I posted this on wherever on Instagram, I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this. I really am. I'm sorry to show you Biden X. By the way, if you have Instagram, give me a follow. The occasional meme. The occasional meme. Do follow Ignoramus _media on Instagram. So anyway, yeah, we covered this. Moving fast today, folks. NASCAR just posted the most woke flag ever. I'm getting so tired of that. In my day, woke actually was a good thing in my day. You know, like 7 years ago. Maybe it wasn't. I used to use that word in a good way, but not in terms of leftism. Like, yeah, they're woke on the race thing or whatever. That's not as bad as the Ukraine, yeah, NASCAR, bro. The sports, that's why people should stop watching professional sports. You know, hockey is still not really gay, I believe. But NASCAR, football, basketball, it's terrible. Yes, Frank's here. Of course I know Frank. He's me. He's me. Of course I know him. He's me. Yeah, unironically, the slippery slope. This is why you have to oppose gay marriage. You have to oppose gaydom. It's not enough to be, you know, you have to get it at its source. Honestly, its source is not even gaydom. It's any departure from biblical values. You have to oppose Hooters. You have to oppose strip clubs. You have to oppose pornography. You have to oppose promiscuity in any form. 9. I can't wait to run for office, bro. Of course I know Frank. He's me. Let us get married. This is not accurate. This is like the very tail end of the slippery slope. Let us get married, bake our cake, use our pronouns, allow minors to dance for us in drag. Let teachers choose your kid's gender. Yeah, this is the very end of the slippery slope. The beginning is any departure from biblical sexual values. What is a woman? I guess some hackers tried to disrupt Matt Walsh's new documentary premiere, and I guess their new goal was to bring more publicity to it since it's a story now. I actually heard this wasn't bad, especially for normies. Why don't they just define what a woman is? I mean, I guess they do that too. But it's just this time for just rhetorical questions. It's like, cool, dude. That's just the people that are into this stuff are the people that already ask nothing but rhetorical questions. I mean, the amount of publicity it's getting is good. Daily Wire comes under a sustained DDoS attack attempted to disrupt the premiere of What is a Woman? Yeah, I mean, I just think the thing about this is it's not that it doesn't go far enough. It doesn't go far enough, but it's not about that. It's about it's too far from the source. You're still, in a way, playing into the left or the sexually immoral's framework. Because what does the Daily Wire have to say about stuff earlier in the food chain? Like promiscuity. The individuals at Daily Wire do, but them as an organization, they need to be talking about I bet you, I'm shooting from the hip. I'm kind of speculating. If you were to look at the ads on Daily Wire, what would you see? Would you see any skin? If you were to look at the ads and the lifestyle of the writers, you know, I'm sure that Matt Walsh, Catholic, Michael Knowles, Catholic, that they have what's it called? Sexual morals that are on point, right? At least in well, they're both married, so that's good, right? But I'm telling you, much like everything that we've done on this show so far, it's about intercepting it at the source and looking within, not just within ourselves as individuals, but looking within our institutions, CPAC, the GOP, conservative media, blah, blah, blah. It's not good. We have to kill that evil in ourselves first. So just promiscuity culture and, the old ways of the 60s through the 2000s of just like, just lose your virginity, kid. If I had 3 wishes in this world, if I had like 3 regrets or whatever, losing my virginity outside of wedlock would be one of them. It's not good. Total sin, right? Normalization of divorce, birth control. These all need to be stopped. All need to be stopped. Yeah, I heard that we watched some of this on my show.
I'm not even talking about social context. I'm just trying to start by getting to the truth,
Yeah, I mean, I'm really uncomfortable with that language of getting to the truth. Again, in social life.
Why is that uncomfortable?
Because it sounds actually deeply transphobic to me. And if you keep probing, we're gonna stop the interview.
If I probe about what the truth is?
You keep invoking the word truth, which is condescending and rude.
They don't believe in the truth.
I'm saying to you,
how is the word truth?
Dude, I've been said by members of my family before that saying the words "you are wrong" is inflammatory.
Condescending and rude.
Why don't you
they don't
tell me what your truth is? And you're walking on 30 seconds more of the nights before I get up.
Yeah, this is when you push someone like this, like a progressive or whatever, they eventually, whether explicitly or implicitly, they will prove that their worldview is entirely subjective. It's all about hearsay, what people say about themselves. It's all subjective. Subjective, truth or opinion does exist, but when you press them, their entire worldview comes down to either they don't believe in truth, they think there's more than one truth, or in the best of circumstances, they'll a label is what a person says about it, not the meaning behind it, not the objective meaning behind it. They're so full of crap, dude. I mean, I don't jump down people's throat when they say your truth as much anymore, because it's like there has to be a level of grace when someone's talking about their opinion or their take, their viewpoint. I mean, someone's viewpoint does exist. The word "my truth" is problematic, but I'm not as big of a cliche Nazi as I used to be, which is tough to believe because I still kind of am one. But these clips will have you tuning in immediately. But people in the know already know all this stuff. So I mean, I guess this is good for people not in the know.
If a man decides that his gender identity is woman.
Why are you gay?
A woman has its own duty, and a man has its own duty, and a lady cannot do the duty of a man, and a man cannot do a duty of a woman.
Can a man become a woman?
No.
No?
No.
What about a transgender?
You are transgender. You are gay. Why are you gay?
Transgender?
No.
No?
It look like if you want to become a lady but you're a man,
it doesn't exist.
You have something wrong in
Something
your
wrong.
mind. Something wrong in your family.
Because it does not exist. It is not a real thing.
What about if someone was non-binary?
Come again?
Non-binary?
Uh-huh.
Do you know, non Like someone is
You're not a woman, you're not a man.
yeah, someone is neither. There's something else. Is that
Itu bro, aman na kide main na yole peria gwan topis.
No, like like the whole. I haven't seen this clip in its entirely, but there's like and they pick up rocks. They pick up
He's
stones.
saying we have never seen things like those. For a man, he has a
Never seen things like that. You gay person.
for a woman, he has a vagina. So we know this is a lady, this is a man.
what if it's a woman with a penis?
Both.
Is that
Kide main na begere ngiro entabo.
Yeah.
people are laughing? Is that a dumb question?
That is a man. That is a man.
What's the youngest patient that you've operated on?
The youngest patient I've done vaginoplasty on
We should not even entertain this conversation as a society.
is age 16.
Do you worry that minors just don't
The
understand
oldest is myself.
enough about themselves?
My oldest patient is myself. I'm a total woman.
They're not neurologically developed enough yet to make permanent life-altering decisions?
Absolutely not.
That is a debased mind. That's what it is. People that call this good is what God is taught, what Paul's talking about with inspiration from the Holy Spirit when he says a reprobate mind.
Time in history, a marginalized group has a huge dollar sign on the top of their head. We have 5 children's hospitals.
Look at how he's sitting, dude. I don't even. Look at his leg. I don't even want to highlight what I'm even talking.
United States,
Oh no,
promoting that.
no. Are they? What does he say again?
Children's hospitals in the
Promoting.
United States,
Who was promoting that?
promoting that.
This is a sick person.
What?
That's a phalloplasty. That's a bottom surgery. We have 5 children's.
Wait, what? What does that have to do with his wrist? To look like, do I want to know?
Hospitals in the United States telling girls that they can be boys at $70,000 a pop in a surgery that has a 67% complication rate. That will kill me from infection that I can't sue on. We're butchering a generation of children because nobody's willing to talk about anything.
No, it's not, man. I get that he's detransitioning. I understand. But it's not because no one's willing to talk about it. It's really because people aren't willing to do anything about it. We have half the country is talking about this. It's has nothing to do with that. It's not about extra media. It's not about extra knowledge. It's not about extra awareness. It's about the political will to do stuff that makes people feel uncomfortable. And the ability to ignore what people
3
think.
kids. At the age that they're doing this to kids. I'm not transphobic. I love my kids, and I love other people's kids, and you should too. This is wrong on so many levels.
It's about political and cultural social will, yo.
Male gametes. That's what makes me male.
No, your sperm don't make you male.
Then what does?
It's a constellation.
In reality.
That's gonna be that's a nice little copy pasta right there. What is it? It's a constellation.
In reality.
I write a song, you're like, what is this? What is this song? It's a constellation.
In truth. Okay.
Whose truth are we talking about?
The same truth that says we're sitting in this room right now, you and I.
No, you're not listening.
If I see a chicken laying eggs and I say that's a female chicken laying eggs, did I assign female, or am I just observing a physical reality that's happening in the world?
Does a chicken have gender identity? Does a chicken cry?
Well,
Does a chicken commit suicide? Let's
does that have to do
frame
with-
it because you're trying
The chicken has sex like any
a
biological
chicken has
organism.
an assigned
Yeah, definitely. My rooster's been up to no good out there.
gender, but a chicken doesn't have a gender identity.
So we assign female to chickens when they lay eggs?
We assume they're female if they lay eggs.
Bruh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right, so we watched that one. It's not your truth. It's my truth. My goose. Oh, my goose. All right, so this is that guy, I believe, Trey Voices. It's interesting. Do you know that I've not received one hate email from anyone about my interview and What is a Woman? Not one. I'm sure I'll get some, but I'm shocked. Yeah, I mean, people need to just not be gay and not be trans. It's one of those things. Don't conflate the words simple with easy or complicated with difficult. Very often in this life, the simple thing to do is the hardest thing to do. And the more complicated, it's easy to make it complicated. You just make it more complicated. You ignore it. You let it fester, let the problem fester, whatever. Not just this issue or whatever, but simple and difficult. People need to just not be gay. They didn't need to just not be trans. So, it's a constellation. So I saw this on Twitter the other day. It said, it was some trash headline, dude. It said, Wonder Woman ends the non-binary debate for once and all. It was from the LA Times, dude. Happy Pride. So excited to celebrate with all my LGBTQA plus friends and fans. Art by Paulina Gonchal. Dude, it's just this culture is so butt. Amazon employees staged a die-in draped in trans flags to protest company selling anti-trans books. I'm in Amazon's Seattle headquarters, where about 30 Amazon employees are staging a die-in during Amazon's Pride flag raising ceremony to protest the company's continued sale of what they say are transphobic books. We need way more of those books. It was Johnny the Walrus. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about on like a scale of 0 to 100 how I feel about the whole Matt Walsh whatever thing. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. The communication style is kind of still loser communication style.
With their workers against the Stephen Jackson.
They all talk like that, dude. Against the Stephen Jackson. What's the name of it? What's the name of it? Yo, it's one of those things, you know how they say where you cross your eyes too much, they'll get stuck that way. If I do that lisp voice too much, it's gonna end up being that way for good. My voice transitions live on air. So, Amazon sells books by Mao Zedong. Okay, moving on. Pride events are banning police from marching in parades or attending rallies. For Axios, organizers of LGBTQ pride marches across the U.S. Dude, my voice just did it. Across the U.S., it's more fun to talk about the disgusting gay stuff when you do one of their voices. My goose. Okay, I'm gonna snap back. I'm gonna go full pendulum, full rubber band. Organizers of LGBTQ pride marches across the U.S. are telling local police departments they can't officially march in annual parades. This is what a real man sounds like. Why it matters. Yearly pride events typically are times for police to march and network amongst LGBTQ community members, but police shootings of Black Americans and the historic fact that Stonewall was a riot against over-policing have organizers reconsidering officer participation. Pride events that maintain a high-profile police presence are creating tension between LGBTQ members who support the Black Lives Matter movement. Disgusting. Hey, it hurts my voice. It hurts my voice. Yes. Swinging from Batman to Robin. Driving the news, the San Francisco Police Officers Pride Alliance recently announced that they would not march in this year's parade because Pride organizers have banned them from wearing their uniforms. My goose. Axios, San Francisco Nick Bastone reports. Oh, man. Out front Minnesota. Yeah. Whatever, bro. Dude, I'm so sick of Blair White. Just don't be trans, man. Not all leftists are trying to normalize pedophilia, but all the people trying to normalize pedophilia are leftists. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Vocal fry, just frying my voice. Just stop being trans, man. And she or he or whatever, posts about this stuff. Just, people and right wingers are a fan of this like abomination, dude. Alfred. Not all leftists are trying to normalize pedophilia. My name is Michael Caine. Michael Caine. But all the people trying to normalize pedophilia are leftists, Bruce Wayne. Not that good of a voice for him. Not that good. But it's also true that not all pedophiles are leftists. The people trying to normalize it for sure. But look, I don't know. It depends on, what's your definition of right wing or whatever. But like, there are definitely people that call themselves conservative that are kid sex offenders. It's true. It's true. All right, so let's get into a few more of these, and then we'll get into the headline show. Might be a quick one tonight. I'm not sure, but we might spend a really long time on the Dallas drag kids thing, but hopefully not, right? This is fatherly.com, dude. This is the real poison right here. So Fatherly, I'm sure, if we look up who runs it or whatever, what are they? Should you take your kids to a pride parade? Just asking questions. Kids can join the fun of pride, but there are certain conversations that you should have beforehand. Why kids should go to pride. We should not. This is another thing that's a tough pill to swallow for some people. Mental health in the modern day and age, mental health equals leftism. The therapists, the field of mental health is leftist. It equals a leftist worldview. Having conversations, reclaiming spaces, being vulnerable. It's all leftism, dude. So closer to the source. We needed promiscuity, mental health. There's not one mental health thing that a secular person can teach you that the Bible cannot. In fact, it's going to do more harm than good, in my opinion. It needs to be faith-based. Actual faith, not fake gospel, progressive Christianity stuff. Public nudity and kink. It's just disgusting, dude. Prepping kids for a pride parade. You see how thinking past the sale is the whole thing? It's prepping for the fact that they're going. Find the kid. No, zero gay activities are kid friendly. Calm parents all share these three traits. Not nary a mention of God anywhere. Disgusting. But sure, it's Jesuit, but this is a so-called Catholic magazine right here. We've covered this before, where it says that you shouldn't read the Gospel of John on Easter because it promotes anti-Semitism. Same rag. America, the Jesuit Review. The Catholic Church needs LGBT saints, dude. This is so... The closer it gets to Christianity, the more subversive it is. It's that's why reforming Christianity and reforming the right wing is more important than, let's go Brandon or opposing Joe Biden. Sure, oppose. My point is you'll oppose Joe Biden if you reform the right. But this is just disgusting, dude. It needs LGBT saints. No, if they were LGBT, they weren't a saint. And it's even talking about the kids in the last article is too far. Why is gay stuff should not be acceptable among adults, let alone kids. It's sure, the kids need to be protected, and it's a big issue. But it shouldn't be acceptable amongst any part of society. It should not be allowed. Not even going through this stuff. It's just there's always these crazy. Dude, it's so subversive, man. I can't even keep up with it. Barstool Sports. Okay, what's his name? Dave Portnoy? Yeah, Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports came out in favor of Roe v. Wade. And now at Barstool Sports, there was this whole notion of Barstool conservatism. And it was part of the kind of Trumpianism without Trump thing, that maybe Barstool conservatism is going to be the heir to the Trump movement. It says it's not a phase. Shop now. 100% of net proceeds will go towards supporting the LGBT community center in New York. Dude, the sex issues, it's not all you need. It's almost all you need. How a person or an institution views sex, marriage, gender, abortion. These are all how sex is treated in society. I fried my voice doing that bit earlier. Absolutely fried, yo. Oh, I sang for like 3 hours last night too, but Barstool Sports is now sending emails about their Pride merch. San Francisco proposes to spend $6.5 million to end homelessness for transgender people. You will always have the poor. Yo, the Bible is the word of God, yo. It's just the Bible is just so true. Talked about this quote before, but the Bible is not just what happened, it's what always happens. You will always have the poor, no matter how much money you try to throw at. I mean, we're not really talking about homelessness today, but you're always going to have the poor, dude. And then you even subdivide it further into the trans poor, trans homeless. It's a mental illness, yo. London Breed is the name of the just complete crap lib mayor of San Fran. Estimated 400 transgender homeless residents at any given time. A lot of them want to be homeless, dude. This teacher tried to explain non-binary gender to a group of second graders who correctly said that doesn't make sense.
So today in Queer Teacher Things, one of my students asked about my roommate.
Dude, you can tell mental illness by how someone looks, dude. Physiognomy is so real.
Because I know I have a roommate, and I told them their name, and they asked if my roommate was a boy or a girl, and I said neither. And they were like, "No, Miss Brown, are they a boy or a girl?" I was like, "My friend, they're neither." They were like, "Well, do they have a boy name or a girl name?" And I said, "Neither." And they said, "Well, do they wear boy clothes or girl clothes?" And I said, "What are boy clothes and girl clothes?" And they go, "You know." And I said, "No, my friend, I don't know. What are boy clothes and girl clothes?" And they said, "Well, what kind of clothes do they wear?" And I said, "Well, they normally wear jeans and a t-shirt." And they said, "Well, what color is the t-shirt?" And I said, "All colors." And they said, "Well, that doesn't make any sense." And I said, "It doesn't have to make sense." And then they walked away because they got mad at me.
Wow. There was a study that came out, and it says, what do two men kissing and a bucket of maggots have in common? Heterosexual men's indistinguishable salivary amylase response to photos of two men kissing and disgusting images. So it says people have the same biochemical reaction to seeing two men kissing as they do seeing hundreds of maggots crawl over food. Brah. The results of the current study suggest that all individuals, not just highly sexually prejudiced individuals, may experience a physiological response indicative of stress when witnessing a male same-sex couple kissing. Agree. It says hateful and anti-LGBTQ graduation speech at Ohio high school sparks outrage. Because when you made the comment that marriage should be only between a man and a woman, my jaw dropped to the floor, one alumna said. High school graduation speech telling students to choose a spouse based on biblical principles is sparking outrage online. So it's like, if this is what they mean by talking about it, I do agree with that. I agree with that. You got to just take a stance. You got to stop having a conversation. That's the part, like, just asking questions, just having a conversation. We just want a fair and balanced debate. No, make an assertion like a man. That's what, if they're talking about this, this is what it takes. Look, making a piece of media called What is a Woman? Cool. It's not bad, but it's not the same as making a strong assertion and letting the chips fall where they may. That's what I recommend. Also, taking institutional power. Yes, recommend that as well. And that requires speaking. That requires making assertions. People like strength. People are drawn to leadership and strength. Say something. Make an assertion. And, like, open and fair debate with evil. Why would you do that? We covered this on this show, I think, but we definitely covered it on the Daily Ignoramus, where they voted on whether to allow Satan Club into Wisconsin schools. No, you do not get a fair. It's not going to be a fair viewpoint, balanced debate with pure evil. No, you're not going to be allowed to do that. He says, choose a spouse, I suggest. I also strongly suggest to make sure to choose biblical principles. You know, a male and a female, and a female with a male with a female, and a female with a male. Assertions. Okay? This is how people like strength. Say it with a little smile on your face and let them just cry, dude. And then get fired. Just get fired. I got fired. It's kind of fun. It sucked for like 4 months. It really sucked. Get fired. Whatever, dude. Hateful and inappropriate. Let them say it. Make more assertions. Snatch more power. Be a man about it. Agree. Say yes. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Female swimmers at the university. Yeah, now you're getting it, Jason. Yeah, that's not freedom. I don't believe in freedom to sin. We are not free to sin. That's why I'm not a libertarian. That's why, like, freedom is not as biblical a value as people think. No. It's about right and wrong. Man should not be free to cut their children's penis off. No, that's not freedom. Good. Let it not be freedom. They tricked us with freedom. They tricked us with this it's just free speech. Oh, we're just having a conversation. They tricked us, dude. It's not real. It's not good in and of itself. What is good in and of itself is God. Good is good in and of itself. Yeah, just needs to be not so freedom focused and more just, what about just doing the right thing? I mean, I'm working on losing I'll have 40 pounds lost by the end of June. All right. But I want the freedom there's many things I want to do, but it's not the right thing to do. We're free to do right, free to do wrong. But I don't think that society should be geared in the way where freedom and liberty is inherent virtue. It's about freedom to do what? This whole freedom thing that's why in a way I oppose Americanism. It's not, I'm America first. I'm more America first than most people you've ever met in your entire life. But freedom is not the same thing as the nation. Freedom is not the same thing as the people. It's like, okay, so if you have kids, is that free? Are they free to do whatever they want? No, you want them to do the right thing. You want people to do the right thing. So freedom to do the right thing, sure, I'm on board with that. But freedom to do the wrong thing, that shouldn't even exist, man. Female swimmers at the University of Pennsylvania say school officials told them their lives would be completely ruined if they spoke out against Thomas joining their swim team. He was a dude so recent. I mean, he still is, obviously, but so recently. And was, number 500 in the world or something like that, or in the NCAA. Leah Thomas teammates say UPenn silenced them. Not one conservative rag should call him Leah. It's fine. I mean, again, I've brought this up before. There's a difference between the spoken word and the written word. In the spoken word, you need flow. Okay, so sometimes I slip up and call Bruce Caitlyn, and sometimes I will call Caitlyn Bruce Jenner she. You know, but I'm flowing here, right? There's a difference between putting that down in the written word, and you have time to stew over it. You have time to make a case, and you just need to not play into their framework at all. Don't play into their linguistic framework on a thing that a product you're putting out. It's like when you're flowing, the caveat is like, yeah, everyone knows this is a guy. Everyone knows his name's William, you know? So, but Daily Mail is right-leaning. New York Post is full of smut. They're right-leaning. Not the Bee needs to clean up their language, even though they're just copying and pasting. Big Mike is encouraged. I'd say that's the only thing you can call Big Mike is Big Mike. Michael, my wife, Michael, apparently the women of a University of Pennsylvania's female swimming team had to be psychologically broken by the university in order to keep Big Mike from the swim team. Look at this. Biological males win first and second place at a bicycling event, a cycling event, and they kiss while the third place female cares for a child. Your society in a nutshell, dude. Yeah, he said my husband, Michael. Yeah, like 4 times, man. Emily Bridges and Lily Chant, 2 biological men who identify as transgender, won the first and second place slots at London's Thunder Crit cycling event on Thursday. Yeah, it's just awful. All right, and for the headlining event, folks, I'm sorry to have to even show this stuff, man. I mean, it's like I don't know what to say, but we have to. We have to show you what's up. We have to show you what they're doing here, man. And you know, me and Frank didn't really talk about this. You know, when I put the name of the episode as a debased mind, I'm sure he knew where I was going with it. As far as I know, I mean, there's so much of this stuff on YouTube put up there by liberals. So I think we're going to be okay. But we have to preserve this for history. And, I mean, a lot of people are doing it. But, you know, people are just like, where are the parents? They're there. They're right there. They're right there cheering and clapping. It's so nasty.
And one person can go with me. Who wants to go first? You
How
want to go with me?
dare you?
All right, this is my partner in crime. You ready to do this?
This makes me want to cry.
On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Like, if I were in charge, man, there would be soldiers rounding these people up, dude. You can see, I don't even want it, dude. You can see, like, I don't even want to say what you can see. And that kid is just like, you know, probably has an iPad in his hands all day. His parents are, I'm not even going to play it with the sound and stuff, dude. I'll just scan through it. He's just poisoned by modernity, dude. It's just, so.
Give it up for Noel.
Their parents need to be locked. Everyone needs to be locked up involved in this. How you ruin people, dude. Equality, yeah. Yeah, it should be straight up illegal, man. I can't even get through it. Yeah, like putting dollars. And it's like, but the issue is like, this is not even the issue. It's way earlier than this. If you let it get to this, and if you just take this out or whatever, it's not gonna do anything. It'll just come back. It needs to be. First of all, this lady Isabella Riley is one of the biggest sluts on the internet. She says she's a conservative. I won't even speak the type of things that she puts on Twitter. When I see her at CPAC, I'm going to call her out. Promise. I saw her this year before she got this bad. But before she got this bad, I will go right up to her and call her out, man. This is the problem. Promiscuity and just the way that this lady speaks online is just, and they're like, they act like the drag queen kids is the issue. No, it's not. It's one of the most perverted things about the issue, which is simps and sluts, dude. It's just departing. I think she's a Christian. I will not even speak. I'll put it this way. When I confront her at CPAC, I will speak what she said. I will have her tweets printed out if need be. But this is what a grifter is. She's like, drag queen dead, just asking questions, just being a journalist. It's women like this that if you took care of this, the drag problem would take care of itself, yo. Yeah, take a dollar bill. So it's like, this should not even be appropriate for adults. See, it's like people that just talk about the kids all the time, they're totally missing the point. It's about biblical values, man. We should not, let me highlight this. We should not respect that community. It is grooming behavior, and it doesn't even have place for adults. No respect to that community. That community should not exist. It should not be a thing that exists in our country, in our society. Promiscuity culture should not exist in our society. No respect to that community. Zero. Yeah, and it's like, it has this sign. Now, I will say that people were like, okay, says it's not going to lick itself. And they're like, look at what they're doing. This is at the bar. This is the bar that has that. It's so much worse and farther down the chain than just drag kids. We need to get rid of all of it. Through moral means. I mean, yeah, in my society, this would be a life sentence. You get life in prison for this. Someone just asked that. Yeah, it would be life in prison. Like, at least 3 decades. So a lot of people protested this, which was great. Yeah, Alex Stein. I listened to Alex Stein on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. Guy's getting a lot better. I like Alex Stein a lot. A mob of self-described Christian fascists tried to force their way into a gay establishment in the gayborhood of Dallas, holding a family event while chanting groomers. Look at that. That tweet, man. A family event. They are groomers. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Viva. I'm just using your chats to kind of jump off of it or whatever, but it's not about targeting. Well, I mean, I'm targeting a group with my speech for sure. It's like targeting. I mean, like this is just, we should be speaking out against this bare minimum, and we should be taking over human institutions to do something about this, and that requires speech. So it depends on what someone means, like, by targeting, I get what you're saying, but it's the so-called gay community should have zero respect. Them getting respect at all is how this happened. But it's got to be way earlier in the food chain than kids, for sure. So yeah, this guy Ace Archist, who's an online libertarian, he's retweeting these people. Yeah, I mean, libertarianism is a certain bend of libertarianism is one of the biggest problems in America. So Tyler Hansen does good work. I asked the attendees and, quote, security of Drag the Kids to Pride if they could defend their opinions at the child drag show.
What would Jesus do? He'd be here fighting this. That's what I'm hearing. And what do you guys think? Anything defense to say to that? I mean, about the child drag show that was hosted in here this morning.
Debased mind.
Nothing?
Total zombie.
What about you, bro? Can I get any word out of you?
I'm not listening. I'm not talking.
You're not listening, not talking? I was just asking your opinion about what took place. I mean, you guys are defending this area. Figured you guys are, pro child drag show. I just want to see your guys' opinion on this topic. What about you, man?
Zombies.
Anything? So not a single one of them will talk to us or defend their positions on hosting a child drag show. So that should be pretty self-evident that they don't support what they believe in. They cannot defend it because it's wrong. But let's keep going down the line.
The reason police are not arresting them is because it's not illegal.
And see if any of these people are actually willing to talk about what they believe in and the fact that
it needs to be made
they
illegal.
think it's okay to groom children. So right this way. Hey, what about you, man?
This is what freedom is, yo.
You have any opinion on what took place inside this building today?
This is free. This is free speech.
What do you identify as?
Unironically, this is free speech.
They're all mute. Hey, ma'am. Can either of you guys give me any information on, how you feel about what took place in here today and about these counter protesters? What do you guys think? Anything? No words? What about you, brother? Why do you hide your face? Is it because you're committing crimes? Maybe crimes against children? Yeah, see, so they hide their face because they're too scared of being identified as pedophiles and groomers. So, you see this is a constant reoccurrence with Antifa and with left-wing anarchist groups, is they'll hide their face because they think they're all tough and hard in big groups, but the minute that they're soloed out and are actually asked questions, they have nothing to say about their ideology, their beliefs, or about the fact that they are actually the fascists here in this situation.
That cop needs to walk off the job.
So, I'd really like to just get one word out of you, ma'am, because, you just want to be so silent, but you're so vehemently defending this. Do you have anything to say? One more chance.
Yeah, that cop needs to walk off the job or do something about it, dude. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point that you guys bring up. Yeah, it's at a bar. And I don't know, if it's not regarded as porn, then it's by the government, then it's not porn. So what do you do about that? That cop needs to walk off the job, dude. Of course they know. Of course they know it's deep down it's wrong. Of course.
Yes, Amen. You're
going to hell too, little girl. Amen. Burn in fucking hell.
Sorry about the language. Sorry. Insults and spits on a videographer. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Try to keep as clean as we can, but.
Y'all, I just finished.
Here's more Tyler Hansen.
Finished up at the Drag Your Kids to Pride event here in Dallas, Texas. And I'll be completely honest with you, that was by far the hardest thing I've ever had to report on, the grossest thing I've ever reported on. Overall, it was just terrible. It was disgusting. I'd like to talk about one situation in particular. I have a lot more videos that will be released. I'll be uploading a full YouTube video later on. But this one situation kind of just really got under my skin here. Is you had, this family sitting next to us at the bar. They're serving alcoholic beverages here. And they have a kid sitting there at the bar as well. And he's sitting there with his face, plugged into his Nintendo 3DS. He doesn't care about the drag stars, doesn't care about anything going on there. His mom's trying to get him to pay attention. He doesn't care, still playing his games. And I overheard a conversation that was really startling. It was, he was talking to the bartender, and he said, "No, I'm not gay." And his mom butted in, interrupted this child, and said, "No, he is gay. Don't let him lie to you. He is." And the kid, you could just tell he was super uncomfortable. He obviously wasn't gay, but his mom's telling everyone he's gay. And he just sat there and played Nintendo the entire time. And I mean, he worked on a Rubik's Cube as well. I watched this kid solve the same Rubik's Cube 3 times. I mean, he didn't care to be there, didn't care about anything going on. And meanwhile, you have the parents on the other side of the aisle giving their kids money. They're wearing Trans Lives Matter shirts. They're wearing all of these shirts that they don't even know what it means, but just because their mom told them that it would look nice. And they're giving these kids money and having them throw it on them like this is some kind of strip club. I mean, I'm truly just speechless. Like, I don't really know what to say at this point. I'll be doing a few shows on this topic and about what I saw while it was undercover and inside recording what took place. But just look out for it, guys. I mean, they plan on doing events like this in the future. We need reporters. We need people that are on the ground that are willing to go undercover into these events that are really just trying to expose the truth. But with that, y'all, don't groom kids. That's all.
Guy gets it. I mean, yeah, he gets it. He does. So does Alex Stein.
Yes, please. I just don't understand. We're denying entry. We're asking you to leave. Oh my God.
They're denying me entry. They're being bigoted. They're bigoted. They're not letting me in here. I can't believe they're not letting me in a gay bar. I thought you guys were inclusive, right? Hey. Are you guys trying to be inclusive? They're not letting me in a gay bar. Look how inclusive this is. Look how inclusive they are here.
Guys, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
You guys are bigots.
He's live. He's literally live. He's live right now. I love this guy.
They're just gonna have a bunch of children dressed in here drag. They're gonna come here and groom a bunch of children. They're gonna groom a bunch of children. They won't let me in here, but they're gonna let children.
All right. Hey, you're on our side. Gotta go.
And what's good about this is Alex Stein is actually a liberal, which is great. I know he's in conservative media. He's on the Blaze, but I mean, I've interviewed him 3 times. He's been on my show 3 times, and he's essentially liberal.
Gotta go.
Look, I'm not allowed in here, but they let children in here dance. You guys don't think that's weird, trying to dance with a bunch of children in that grooming? Look, child groomer looks like. This is what a child.
Nice catch. You see that catch? That was awesome. Oh, he has it attached to a string or something.
Hey, we don't lock this door.
This guy's smart, man.
We don't lock this door. All right, you're out.
Now I want to go out here with this fucking idiot.
Huh? We're gonna lock this door.
They know exactly what they're doing. They know it's
No,
wrong.
Eddie, get in. Lock the door.
Yeah. Let's close the curtains so now everybody sees.
Yeah, you got whoever's anyone saying that the line has to be drawn at kids is wrong. Straight up. The line cannot be drawn at kids. Maybe that's the line at which you people wake up or whatever, I guess, but no, it's got to be way earlier. Of course, it needs to be included in that. But no, it's got to be way earlier. Way earlier. They know it's wrong. Yeah, exactly. They won't let people in. They're ashamed of it. Yeah.
All of a sudden, you leave the kids alone? Yeah, leave the kids alone. Hey, leave the kids alone. Hey, leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Get out of the way. Leave the kids alone. Hey, I'm not walking up on nobody. I'm walking. These motherfuckers got in my face. Arrest them. I'm walking down the damn street. Hey. Calm down.
Debased black people don't play this stuff, man.
You got the right to be upset.
I got the right to walk down the street.
You don't have the right to
walk down the street.
Chase people down the street.
I haven't chased anybody. They chased me. Meanwhile, you in my face. Why are you in my face? It said these motherfuckers are pushing me down the street. Why?
We ain't everybody.
Why? You in my face. No, you're in my face.
Now, man. You're talking loud.
These motherfuckers all over the place, all in my face.
Okay, do me a favor, back up and step off the property.
Fuck her property. Her property, she put it up under my foot.
Get off it. We might go on.
These cops need to do. They need to either step off the job or be moral people.
Get off the flag.
I'm super red pilled on the cops now, man.
Get off the flag, bro.
Now, can I continue to walk down the damn street in Dallas, where I live? Or can
This is just more of the Dallas
I
stuff.
not walk down the street? You're damn right I did.
And we know exactly why.
I don't give a fuck why.
I'm sorry about the language. Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore, you stupid cunt.
All right. My bad. Yeah, I mean, these people are just criminals, man. Among other things. Yeah, I mean, the got to get red pilled on the cops, man. They're mostly thugs. They're mostly thug NPCs that will just, like they need to be. I mean, the local sheriffs sometimes are good. It doesn't mean that no cops are good people at all, but they're protecting child predators, dude.
For little children?
More Alex Stein.
Dancing for little children? You don't think that's disgusting? Dancing around for little children? Don't you think that's disgusting? I need you to don't think that's
me. Your mom's a bitch.
Wow. Yeah, we can't even play this stuff. Yeah, it's just littered. They're just vulgar people, man. I love Alex Stein. Doesn't swear, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. City cops are I would say city cops are mostly just thugs. I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm just kind of using the word in conversation. You know what I mean? I haven't run my studies. I don't know if it's 51%, but like, look at these city cops. I would bet that more than 50% of city cops fit the description of what I'm talking about. Smaller town, redder America, yes. But, I mean, they're there. They're right there. They're keeping the peace with the worst in society. And with the COVID stuff, if we could run the study, I would bet like $5,000 on that. That's more than 50% of city cops. But there's no way to know, so it's a pointless conversation. It says, protested a gay bar hosting a child drag show and successfully had the cops show up and get the kids out. Did that really happen? They will take your guns when ordered to. Do you, might be wrong, do you draw a distinction between city cops and non? Since you've been in the field? Did this happen? That's like the it's ma'am. Oh, that's even worse, dude. Jeez. Yeah, that's why the people, like the job argument, I agree with might be wrong. They will defend immorality and make excuses about I need to be able to feed my kids as justification. Yeah, that's why some people need a job thing. It's just that's morally it just excuses wrong behavior. I totally agree with that. I've been saying that stuff since COVID. Yeah. Yeah, that straight up to these cops. They're just following orders, and we need to stop bringing up the Nuremberg, but that's what the Nazis said. It's just like following orders has nothing to do with right and wrong. Keeping your job has nothing to do with right and wrong. Sheriffs are better, but I think even they are 60% plus compromised. Well, I trust you. I know you know a lot of them. All right, we already saw this. John Doyle was there. I like John Doyle.
I only have one question. Why do you want to put an axe wound in between your son's legs?
Yeah, and the other thing is this is the same thing where they don't let you they don't let the moms at the school things read their actual teaching materials to the school board.
I only have one question. Why do you want to put an axe wound in between your son's legs?
That's the point. That's the point.
Yeah, you need young white men like this. Not, I mean, they're not all white, but
You're not making America great. Yes, we are. What do you mean? You're making America
yeah, young. This needs to be a young man's
worse.
thing.
You're bringing your children to this event. You need to go now. You are literally someone better call.
See, no, that's that Isabella Riley girl. She needs to be purged from the right, dude. People like that, she is just nothing but a slut. I don't even want to, like, the stuff that I saw from her on Twitter a couple days ago, she knows what she's doing. There just needs to be no women.
We'll pray for you, sweetie. Please do. We'll pray for you. You must repent.
I really like John Doyle, dude.
Says the man dressed in a dress.
I wonder if the mama bear instinct is going to come out in 3 years when the mainstream Democrat Party platform is they want to rape your kids. And they're all going to think it's one big, smug little joke, these people, by the way. Understand that there is a bigger difference between 10 years ago and now than there would be between now and in 5 years when they're openly advocating for pedophilia like they've already started doing. You people are the symptom of a dying society, and you know it.
You're scaring children. Shut the
We're
fuck
scaring
up.
children.
Shut the fuck
Not you.
up. Shut the fuck up. On you.
You're not a real woman.
On you. Shame on you.
See,
Shame on you.
yeah, I can't. I'm gonna read this scripture in a second.
You.
There's nothing like you can either repent or double down. This is what happens when you. This is biblical stuff right here.
Shame on you. Shame on
I can think of nothing that I've ever heard John Doyle say that he's wrong on.
Your children should be home. Your kids aren't actually gay. You've just groomed them. You're a groomer.
Yep. Total groomer behavior. Woo! That was an intense one. Woo! We on this roller coaster. Romans 1:18 through 32. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world in the things that have been made, so they are without excuse. For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man and birds and animals and creeping things. Therefore, God gave them up in the lusts of their hearts to impurity, to the dishonoring of their bodies among themselves, because they exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served the creature rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this reason, God gave them up to dishonorable passions, for their women exchanged natural relations for those that are contrary to nature. And the men likewise gave up natural relations with women and were consumed with passion for one another, men committing shameless acts with men and receiving in themselves the due penalty for their error. And since they did not see fit to acknowledge God, God gave them up to a debased mind to do what ought not to be done. They were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. Romans 1:18 through 32, one of my favorite passages of the Bible. We are on some biblical stuff. Love you guys. Have a fantastic night. Episode number 21 of This Side of the Internet. the word of God, man. Hey, I could really use some subscribers on my music channel, so I'll shill that. It's one of my favorite passages of the entire Bible. You have to bring God into it. You must. There's no common sense without God. God is the most important thing to bring into it. You have to bring God into it. Got to be on Team Jesus. The Bible says everything. I believe in the inerrancy and the sufficiency of Scripture. It's the inerrant word of God. God has to be involved. The right wing needs to be Christian or it's going to lose. Anything that isn't Christian will lose. It's one of the best passages in the entire Bible. It says it all. It says it all about what we're looking at here. I love Jesus Christ. Woo! Next one won't be so heavy. We'll go after the rhinos next week or something like that. Yeah, Ocean Breeze, you need Jesus. That's all I'll say about it. It's not biased. Only it's biased towards Christ. You need Jesus Christ. Everyone has the knowledge of the existence of God. Some just hate him. True. 07s, y'all. My name's Steven Ignoramus. It's a pretty heavy one today. I love you guys so much. I'll be on this channel on Let's Be Franks tomorrow at 9 a.m. doing spiritual songs, worship music. I'm a professional musician, a January 6th patriot, a veteran of January 6th. Just got sentenced a month ago. Love you guys so much. I'll see you when I see you. Next Sunday, 9 p.m. I stream every day, too, from my channel. So that's about it, guys. Don't want to beat a dead horse, so have a good one.